must-win situation. Now, viewers, if you take a look on the field, especially where the visitors, soccer intellectuals, are warming up, there's a gentleman on the field. He's not part of the technical lineup. He is the owner, the bankroller, and the chairman of the Central Regional Football Association. He is here with the team, and he wants to ensure that they win, and win handsomely in their third time of asking in terms of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Police ladies lost narrowly to Army ladies, and they have since decided not to look back. You watched that game. Where were the talking points, the weakness of the police ladies? And after following them from that defeat, do you think that they are gradually bouncing back?
Yes, I believe that whenever police faces Army, is a typical game of a security service game, so sometimes they don't up to the game because the coach said that they had two key players not performing in that particular game due to injury. So I believe that they are back, and they are back to winning ways, because Army, they have 3 wins now at the moment, and I don't think police, they are going to lose guard for Army to take the trophy from them. So I believe that they are going to work hard this afternoon and get the 3 maximum points, picking up from that defeat from Army.
But doesn't it also make it a lot more precarious by virtue of the fact that Army went away this weekend? I believe they were in Samraboy, and they managed to beat Samatex ladies by 1-0. Samatex ladies went into that game against the backdrop of the fact that they lost earlier on to the Queens of Halifax. And so obviously Army is going in all guns blazing and well prepared. They've gone away, they've picked up 3 points. Do you think that puts pressure on police ladies to win here today?
Yes, there is a lot of pressure on them, looking at the fact that they also just won the Swag Awards, and there are other teams who are also yearning to be named Club of the Year. Hazakas have taken it before, and Pemdakwa ladies, Faith ladies. So if police ladies, they are able to win it this time around, there is pressure on them from club level to that Swag Awards, and even at the FA and the national team as well. So police ladies, they have a lot of pressure on them, looking at the fact that they are defending champions. They have to do everything to at least finish in the top 4 or the top 2.
Top 4 or top 2 finish. And for those of us who have been following the Security Services Sports Association CESA games over the years, it brings back a lot of sweet memory when you see Ghana Army facing Ghana Police in any sporting endeavor. So the Army have won over their police counterparts. We're looking forward to that return encounter. But again, setting the standards, this is just match day 3. Would you say that it will be comfortable looking at the permutations or the positions on the league table to say that the early leaders seem to be the pace setters and will run through?
No, I don't think that's the case here, because Epiphany, they were able to go to Antioku and get a point from Antioku. So the pressure is on. If you have the 3 maximum points, you have to hold on tight to it, prepare intensively for the next game, because the game is so open that by the second round, we enter into the second round, you will see some teams improving and catching up. I don't think soccer intellectuals, we are going to see them losing heavily like they did in their opening game against Janina ladies. So I believe that the pressure is on. The game is open. You have to take your chances. Keep on leading. If you are the league leader at the moment, you have to work hard to keep your position.
Well, just to bring our viewers up to speed on the table, you've got Ghana Army as the only team yet to taste defeat in the competition, together with Jonina ladies. But obviously Jonina ladies have drawn 1 match. They just drew over match day 3, and so Ghana Army have been picking up all the maximum points that have to be picked up in their matches, and that's what makes it a lot more cagey and a lot more interesting, by virtue of the fact that closely following the top 2 are the likes of police ladies, I should say, who are also coming in thick and fast. What should we make of the first 45 minutes in terms of output performance?
Well, police, they are coming with their player that got them the first WPL brace. She scored the first 2, Deborah. So I think they will push around her. They will force to get their first goal in the first 45 minutes. So if soccer intellectuals will want to beat police ladies in the first half, they will have to give a close marking to Jane and then Deborah as well, to at least keep on or have a draw in the first half and come back in the second half to make a mark.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, and especially by virtue of the fact that Deborah Friye was off mark on that day and was confirmed by the head coach that she was. I've seen her with the team here as the captain, and she's warmed up quite well. Jane Ayeyam is also with the team. One player I find interesting on the field of play is Felicity Esiako, because we understand that she wasn't feeling too well during the week in terms of the build-up. But she's made it into the first 11. So it means that police ladies are coming with everything they have. They are not going to be leaving this stone unturned by the mere fact that soccer intellectuals have been the whipping girls, should I say, for the southern zone. They are yet to win a game. But police seem to have their hands in front of them, and all they need to do is to guide the way as we take a look at them during the warm-up as they come here to the Alajo Astro Turf. This is the home ground for police ladies, and they want this ground to remain a fortress. And so any team that comes the way of police ladies, they are ready to devour them. And that's why we ask the question whether their opponents this afternoon can stand the pressure from the police ladies. Don't forget, as Nanajwa rightly said, they are the club of the moment, and the Sports Writers Association of Ghana has readily recognized the effort of police ladies. And so the entire police administration are not only supporting this team, but are also glued to the sets. We understand they want to see how the award will edge the team on to greater heights. But the first 45 minutes for every women's game that we have been able to put on TV live has been the turning factor or the turning point. We've seen teams do well in the first half, and then they hold on till the second half. So again, I ask, first 45 minutes, what will be the expectation of Mr. Duncan and his team, Soccer Intellectuals, coming up against the defending champions?
So they know how dangerous Deborah and Jane are. So like I said, they are going to work around them. They are going to give them a close marking, denying them any opportunity or an advantage for police to take an early lead. Once Soccer Intellectual concede early, the home supporters here are going to give police all the necessary support they need for them to keep scoring. And like I said, their opening game, they scored or they conceded 4 goals. That's Soccer Intellectuals. And police also won against Halifax Queens 4-0. Yeah. So they are just don't want to win, but they want to get more goals, because if you look at Army leading, they have goals there. So police will also want to score and have more goals aside the points that they want to make. But then the first 45 minutes, if Soccer Intellectuals are going to have a close defense or a tight defense, then it will be very difficult for police to penetrate. If you look at Army, that's the strategy they used. Even though police, they were able to penetrate, but then their defense was solid, so they weren't able to score in the first half until the second half that police conceded. So if Soccer Intellectuals will want to return back to Cape Coast or go back to Cape Coast with a point, then they have to work on their defense and goalkeeping department.
Defense and goalkeeping seems to be the main pointers, according to Nanajwa. But of course, it also means that they would have to outplay and outdo themselves first before outplaying their opponents, police ladies. But police ladies have given every indication that this is their season. They believe that what they did last season to win the trophy and the eventual championship was just a fluke. We are yet to see the real police ladies get into action. But of course, saying that also means that we are yet to see the real permutations when it comes to positions on the league log and performances on the field of play. Before yesterday's game, we were made to understand that Samatex ladies are a very strong force to reckon with at their home grounds, which is also known as the Fortress. But Army ladies went there and taught them a lesson or two. There are other teams that are also bidding for that space and that recognition when it comes to women's football, not only in the southern zone, but in the northern zone as well. And we will always pay homage to the likes of Ghana Army, Ghana Police, and Ghana Prisons, who have ensured that at least their female football teams are battling at the very highest level when it comes to association football. There's a lot to expect, and the defending champions say they will lead the way for the others to follow. But as to whether they can keep up the momentum time will definitely tell when it comes to that. How will police ladies start this game?
They will start by scoring early. They want to take their chances. If you look at their opening game against Halifax Queens, they scored 2 early goals in the first half. So that is what I believe that the strategy they will go with this afternoon against Soccer Intellectuals. We should remember that this team, they've been playing each other for a very long time. Yeah. So they know the skills, and I believe Coach Duncan also knows how good or how tough police is when they score you in early hours, because they are going to press on to get more goals. So police, I believe that they are going all out to right their wrongs against Army this afternoon and get the 3 maximum points.
Do you think they're missing the evergreen Miss Bacon?
Yes, they are missing. They are even missing goalkeeper Fafali, I believe. I can see her here. And I believe they are working to replace these two. They are a legend when it comes to women's football and then the national team as well. So police, they are working like Madam Lydia Donko said last Saturday after they received the awards that they are working really hard to hold on tight to the trophy. They are not letting it slip their hand this time around. At least they have to defend it for like 3 or 2 times before they can let it go. So I believe that they are working to replace this evergreen players that just retire from the police team.
While defending the Women's League trophy, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, it's probably a very tall order, but police ladies believe that after conquering every team last season, they should be in a very good position to do that. Mind you, they won all the matches -1 to arrive at the top of the log for the Southern Zone. And then they went on to win the Champion of Champions by beating Faith Ladies, who are now surging in the Division 1 when it comes to Women's Premier League. So it's all done and dusted for police ladies, but as to whether the homework they've gone through will be manifested on the field of play, the first 45 minutes will be the time that we will notice what has happened. But clearly, the fans are here to watch an afternoon of very good football. They're also here to watch an afternoon of football from the defending female champions, Police Service. And of course, it goes a long way to tell a story about how successful the women's football in general has been. We know for a fact that the Ghana Football Association is also working around the clock to ensure that the women who play at the lower divisions, I'm talking about Division 1, will also be given a lot of support, will also be given a lot of encouragement. And we understand that the GFA has gone ahead to put some incentives into the development of not only women football, but for the development of youth football as well in terms of its development. Now, clearly, if all these things are being put together into women's football, it shouldn't take us too long to conquer Africa.
Yes, and then like Azakes did, they won silver their first time in the maiden edition of the Women's Club Championship. So I believe that whatever the FA is putting in place, we saw Halifax fielding a 13-year-old to play against Oak Ladies. So grassroots sports or women's football, I think, is in the right direction. With this motivation, even if you're a Division 1 club, you have to push harder to get into the Premier League. And I've seen teams from other regions fighting to get a slot in the Women's Premier League. It tells you how we've grown as a women's team or a women football, thanks to maxtv, Malta Guinness, and all the partners who are helping push this agenda so that women's football and then the Black Queens or the national team will go out there and do more what we expect of them to do.
Interesting results recorded on match day 3, especially for the Southern Zone. It all started with Oak Ladies securing their first 3 points this season. They played at home at the Kobe Manhat's training facility, and it was a 1-0 victory for the Oak Ladies. And of course, Mercy Tego Kwaku, the head coach, rightly indicated that that was the tonic they needed for the team to also grow out of its stems and start matching their foes boot for boot. So it was good enough. But of course, this afternoon, our concentration will be on how Police ladies are able to bounce back to winning ways after losing to the Army ladies, who have also gone on to cement their authority in the Women's Premier League Southern Zone. Indeed, the head coach and the technical bench of Army ladies have made it clear that no stone will be left unturned. They want to go all out. And they've started well. 3 match days, 3 wins. 9 golden undiluted points. What more can they ask for? Police ladies, by virtue of the fact that they lost against Army ladies, have one scar on their trail, and they would want to wipe off that scar by winning the rest of the matches. It will be interesting, it will be fun, it will be exciting, but at the end of the day, Nana, who goes home with the 3 points?
If I want to tip, then I will tip Police, because they are the defending champions, and they want to bounce back. They want to tell people that, look, we are defending the title this season too, despite the fact that Army gave us that defeat, but we are back and we want to win, and win it on a clean sheet. So this time around, they are home here in Alaju. I've seen the spectators around, they are supporting them. So I believe that Police, they are going to have the first 45 minutes in a win, maybe a 1 goal or 2, because soccer intellectuals, they've been conceding. If you watch their first game, they conceded first 2, came back and received the second 2. So I believe that Police, they will work and get a win in the first 45 minutes, so that when they come back for the second half, they will seal it with a victory.
Only 3 match days are gone, apart from Army ladies who are yet to lose, and Jonina, who have also won all their matches -1. Which of the teams do you think we should really watch out for this season?
Well, I believe that Epiphany, we should also watch out for Epiphany, because when I saw them drew against Joanina ladies, I was like, Antieku, and they were able to get a point. And then even Joanina traveling to Takrade or Hazakes to get 3 maximum points tells you that they are also a team you have to watch out for, because in the FA Cup, they pushed until they were eliminated by Faith Ladies. So I believe that they are also a team that we have to watch out for.
There's a lot of confidence blowing in the camp of Police ladies, and looking at me eyeball to eyeball is their head coach, and he's full of smiles. I would not want to ask him exactly what those smiles are for, but I'm sure that after the game we will find out the basis for the smile. But all indications are that they are ready, roaring to go, to not only put the smile on the fans of their faces, or not to put the smiles on the faces of their fans, I should say, but also to show the reason why they are the best football club when it comes to women football. So viewers, sit back, relax. We are just about crossing over to the commencement of the game. I will be handing over to Esther Abankwa, our lead commentator, ably supported by Nana Yautichi, to take us through the first 45 minutes of what promises to be a very interesting game. And at halftime.
Match day 3 continues so far as the Women's Premier League is concerned, as defending champions Police ladies clash with soccer intellectuals in their quest in other to return to winning ways after losing out on match day 2. Good afternoon and welcome to the Alaju AstroTurf. I am Esther Abankwa. I'm doing this alongside Nanaya. It's a pleasure to have you with us for the next 90 minutes. And weather, obviously, this afternoon is 30 degrees Celsius. So it's a huge afternoon here. After match day 2 did not go well for the defending champions, they will have to change things around as they continue their quest in order to ensure that they defend their title. It's not going to be an easy one altogether for them. But if you look at their opponent for this afternoon, you would see that soccer intellectuals haven't not been able to even score a single goal so far this season. You might think it's something that is going to be an easy ride for them. But trust me, football has its own fortunes that all of us cannot predict what will happen in the next 90 minutes. And that's why I've been treating you to join us and let's see how things do turn around. And these obviously is just how these two teams prepared ahead of this clash. And in no time, I will be making known those who are starting for the various teams so far as the starting 11 is concerned. The officials and together with the match commissioner would bring the various players onto the field. This is where they have been brought onto the field, obviously, walking majestically, stakes higher, knowing that a lot is at stake, and expectations, obviously, will be something that especially the home fans will be looking forward to in order to return to winning ways. Deborah Free is going to captain his side today, and she is the one who will be looking forward to today leading her side to return to winning ways, as Army ladies obviously ensured that their dream of winning second consecutive game for the season was not fruitful.
Obviously, this is going to be a game that police ladies will be looking forward to see if they can get their second win of this Women's Premier League Soccer Intellectuals ladies. 2 games, not a single point or even a goal from their side. And as you said, association football had moments that teams can turn things around.
But before then, let's take a look at those who will be starting for the various teams. Police ladies have the likes of Sandra Alote in goal post today. Deborah Free to captain the side. Jane Yam, Grace Enima, Margaret Ejapoma, Victoria Williams Tay, Apia Root, Felicity Aswaku, Jatin Jamashi, and then Christabel Boatin together with Lydia Arthur. And their coach is Abu Kasim. Soccer intellectuals have the likes of Grace Ando, Aqua Cecilia, Mary Rose Akune, Sarah Eisin, Jacqueline Ado, Patience Adoma, Jennifer Mensah Ejay, Judith Ejewa, Olivia Ezra, and then Sylvia are brought together with Damata Inusa, and their coach is Emmanuel Salasi. So it's a huge one to look forward to today, and the officials for today's center referee is Lovia Bwedua Duodu. She hails from the Eastern region, and she is a Class 1 referee. The 4th official for the day is Azuma Sophia, who hails from the Central region, and she would be assisted by the likes of Portia Ofosu, who also hails from the capital, that is Greater Accra region, and then they have Fisetu Patience Ajo, who hails from Volta region as well, and is a Class 1 referee. So you would say that we have experienced referees at hand who would be making sure that things do go well as well so far as officiating is concerned.
Exactly, center referee and the other assistant referees will be looking forward to make sure that we have a good game here. The defending champions, which is Police Ladies, their second match day, they lost a painful one to their opponent, Army Ladies. And I'm sure they know what is at stake. And looking at their opponent, Soccer Intellectuals, lying at the bottom of the table, approaching match day 3. Here we have Abu Kasim, head coach for Police Ladies. So I'm sure this is a short prayer before they kick off, knowing that they need to win this. Police Ladies. Someone will say that this is going to be an easy way out for Police Ladies, but Soccer Intellectuals will also prove, will fight, and see maybe if they can get a decent result back home.
Pre-match rituals being done by Police Ladies, the home side, who are in their traditional blue today, together with Soccer Intellectuals, the away team, who are in green with touch of white, who are also going through their normal match rituals ahead of the crunch encounter. So it's quite a huge one to watch out for. Don't forget, in due course, I'll be making known the other results that were recorded. So a confirmation of the coach as well, the technical team for Soccer Intellectuals, and in due time I'll be making known the other results that transpired after match day 3, and those games are some that witness Oak Ladies recording their first victory in the top tier of the Women's Premier League, and then 5-time champions Hazakis Ladies also getting their first win of the season. So here Lovia referee gets us underway in the first period as Police Ladies, who are in blue, are playing from left to right in the opening period, whereas soccer intellectuals who are in green with touch of white are playing from right to left in the first period. Free kick been given the way of soccer intellectuals. Grace Anima of Police Ladies already has 2 goals this season for her side. Free kick quickly effected by soccer intellectuals. Soccer intellectuals still in possession, but quickly dispossessed in a beautiful manner by the captain, Deborah Fie, who was fouled. An act that was well spotted by the center referee.
Oh, Deborah Fie is a player that she is very, very good with her field duties, making sure that she's going to make them tick, pulling up, making sure they move forward, and orchestrating things from the midfield to attack.
Soccer intellectuals Jennifer Mensah Ejay. Lovely header which is well headed away to safety by Police Ladies. So you would say that the first few minutes have been quite cagey for both sides. At least incursions have been made, with this one, a long one going in, which is well grabbed there by Grace Ando, the goalkeeper of soccer intellectuals.
KG1 we've seen so far in about 2 minutes. Both teams are yet to settle, and that is where it's very, very important to settle quickly. You may be caught unaware whilst you are yet to settle in the game.
Police Ladies, Grace Anima for Police Ladies takes her time with the first touch being accurate as she sprints forward. But then she had a very, very huge company there, and that was Olivia. Both players. It was such a very robust challenge there. Olivia clashing there with Grace Anima and the assistant referee. That was a heavy fall there.
Heavy one there. And Grace Anima, she's been attended to. The medical team will check and make sure she's okay to continue the game. It was actually a heavy challenge there on her.
A challenge that the center referee was not spared of as well. The hazards that come along with the job. As we approach the 5th minute, soccer intellectuals will love to take their time. Jennifer Mensah, but then the experienced defense of Police Ladies will tidy up, which lasted only temporary. Jennifer. And if you look at the defense of Police Ladies, they used to have this right wing player, Marcy Agbenyo. She was such a very instrumental player for her side. And like I rightly indicated earlier, that if we are looking for a team that has produced quite a lot of talent for the respective national teams, so far as the women's aspect is concerned, Police Ladies happen to be one of those sides. And today, interestingly, Baraki Swisahaku is not in goal post for Police Ladies.
That is going to give a chance for those who are on the bench to also come on board to see what they can also give to their team. Sandra Alote is now in between the sticks for Police Ladies. And they have a free kick to defend.
And Ruth Apia, who came in as a substitute during Police ladies game against Army ladies gets a starting bit today. So if you look at it, you would say that Coach Abu Kasim has run quite about 5 changes into his losing side, and that tells you the intent of the side. A struck just a whisker away. Great attempt from Sylvia of Soccer Intellectual. She really had a very huge idea there. The execution is what lacked a bit of perfection.
Yeah, the accuracy lacked a bit there from Sylvia. Sent that long one, it was traveling, but the deep nature of it lacked that accuracy to beat Sandra Alute.
So Police ladies are actually the defending champions of the Women's Premier League in Ghana, having beaten Ampem Dakwan ladies in the grand finale. Goalkeeper Sandra Alute, she's well alert and gathers this for Police ladies.
Well, definitely Sandra needs to be alert and aware of her surroundings. We've seen about 2 incursions coming from Soccer Intellectuals, where there are dead ball situations, sending in long balls. Maybe that could be the strategy from Soccer Intellectuals anytime they get a free kick. So Sandra needs to be aware of those moments.
Jane Yam with a lovely turn. But the flag has been raised against Police ladies Victoria Williams Tay. That turn from Jane Yam was everything lovely.
This is what Police ladies need. They need to make sure they use their wing play, catch Soccer Intellectuals on the break. Look at how Soccer Intellectuals have mapped out the strategy. They are playing a deep, high line. And many a times when you play that high line, you expose your defense. Spaces might be exploited.
The referee loses out as Soccer Intellectuals will love to use every opportunity of getting a second ball to their advantage. Another throw in going the way of Police ladies. Police ladies so far after 2 games in the 2025-2026 season have won 1 and lost 1 as well. They beat Halifax Queens on match day 1 by 4 goals to 1, and then ended up losing out to their arch rivals, Army ladies, and that was a derby of the security services. But for Soccer Intellectuals, on the other hand, they are Grace Edima with an indication to her technical team to sub her off. She feels that the injury that she had earlier can't allow her to continue with the game. This is a huge blow to Police ladies because, well, so these are some of the fans that are here watching and then analyzing the game in their own perspective as well. It's a Monday afternoon, late afternoon to be precise, but the love of football wouldn't allow others to stay away.
Yes, that's what you see, and this is beautiful. And they are watching all the way from their homes, and that's could see Police ladies also counting on their home fans to cheer them up.
Police ladies. It's swung in. Jane Yam, is she able to get the first goal? She does. Jane Yam puts Police ladies in the lead here at the Alajo AstroTurf. A ball that was swung in, a very seasoned one. Goalkeeper Grace Ando could not grab it at once. There was a split, and that is where Jane Yam had to let her side get the lead, and this is where she does it.
Well, let's talk about the cross from Christabel. A very beautiful cross there, and Grace Ando should have done better on that occasion. Not a good one from Grace Ando. Couldn't gather herself well with the first attempt, but look at the perseverance nature of Jane. You ask yourself, where are the defense of soccer intellectuals, not being aware of their surroundings?
So Jane Eyam gets her first goal of the season. You would say that that one was quite a very, very scrappy one. But then again, you tell yourself that every goal is a goal. What matters is that she found the back of the net. I'm sure that possibly her next goal might come in a very, very great manner. But until then, she's proud to have pulled her side Police Ladies in the lead so far after 11 minutes of action. It's match day 3 of the Women's Premier League live on Max TV. A player of Soccer Intellectuals, Judith Ejewa, and Police Ladies have done the early substitution of the game as a result of the injury to Grace Enima. She has been replaced by Letitia. And Grace Enima, Police Ladies so far have scored 5 goals, including this goal that they've got here in this game. Out of those 5 goals, Grace Enima has scored 2 of them. So it tells you how instrumental and very impactful she is to her side. Hoping that her team wouldn't miss her that much and they'll be able to hold on the fort, having already gotten the lead here. Free kick to Soccer Intellectuals. A chance that Soccer Intellectuals will love to capitalize on and possibly get their equalizer, but unfortunately it's slashed wide by Soccer Intellectuals. Sylvia should have done better in that regards.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been the option from Sylvia. We have a lot of colleagues in the box. Need to whip in across so that they can deal with it. And if you're going for power, then you need to be accurate enough.
Police Ladies still holding on to a goal that was scored for them by Jane Eyam. Jane Eyam with another great 10 there. Goal kick.
That was a good 10 there from Jane, but the pass from her to locate Letitia was overhit. I love the fact that Police Ladies are getting into their rhythm. Sure, they were just searching for that early goal to get into their groove. That's what you need to do. Get a goal early as possible.
Soccer Intellectuals here with a chance to get the equalizer, but goalkeeper Sandra Alote comes out together for Police Ladies, denying Soccer Intellectuals the opportunity for that possible parity.
That was a late challenge there on Letitia, and we might see a first card. Soccer Intellectuals player down, complaining of an injury. So as Letitia. This was the first one that they missed that opportunity there, Soccer Intellectual. Want to get the highlight of the challenge on Police Ladies player.
So we take opportunity of this temporary hold up in order to take you through other results that have so far panned out from the various matches that were played. Another early injury for Soccer Intellectuals as their player is being stretched off. So unfortunate. So far, 2 players. Both sides having casualties in less than 20 minutes of the game.
That's going to be a worry on the part of the technical team. And this will let them have a forced substitution, just as police ladies have done earlier. Soccer intellectuals will also see if they can get that substitute player on as quickly as possible. They are down by a goal.
Deborah Efriye to Felicity Aswako. Police. But that was an overhead pass that allows Soccer Intellectuals goalkeeper Grace Andor to grab for her side.
The idea was good, but as you said, an overhead pass not going to locate the player up front.
So Jane Yam has actually scored a goal of vast substance so far for police ladies who are in the lead. Here are the Alajo AstroTurf. Felicity Aswaku for police ladies. She sent in a long one. Letitia. But once again is offside against police ladies.
Letitia, she's the player that came in for Grace Enima, and she has brought some lightning pace on the right side of the attack for police ladies.
On Saturday, Oak Ladies beat Halifax Queens by a lone goal. Joanina Ladies drew goalless with Epiphany Warriors. Hazakis Ladies recorded their first win of the season. They beat Lady Strikers by a lone goal. Ashtown Ladies, on the other hand, drew 1-1 with Northern Ladies. And then for Royal Ladies lost at home to Dreams Ladies by 2-1. Kumasi Sports Academy drew with Prisons Ladies, and the scoreline was 1-1. So these are some of the results that have so far been recorded in the Women's Premier League so far as the match day 3 is concerned. But here at the Alajo AstroTurf, we have Victoria, whose attempt to have sent in a very beautiful cut in was well intercepted by Soccer Intellectuals. Margaret Ejapoma there, who commits an offense that the referee spotted very well.
Yeah, that was a body check there from Margaret on Jacqueline. She knew that Jacqueline wanted to break free, and she had to be sound with her defensive duties. Margaret for police ladies.
Free kick to police ladies as Jacqueline Addo is being given a word of caution by the referee. The referee there instructing her teammate to have sent that pass a certain way. Soccer Intellectuals here, but goalkeeper Sandra Alote comes out, and Sandra Alote is actually a former goalkeeper of Faith Ladies. She was with Faith Ladies. Beautiful run there from Letitia. Letitia fails to send in a good cross, allowing Sarah Eisen to clear for her side. So Sandra Alote has joined police ladies from Faith Ladies. So due to injury, Soccer Intellectuals have also been forced to make early substitutions. So both sides have already done substitution. And that wasn't due to tactical reasons, but rather due to unfortunate injuries.
Exactly, that is what the technical bodies need to do when this unfortunate incident happen in the game. They have to read and also map up a strategy when these kind of unfortunate scenes arrive.
The referee for police ladies. "20 minutes. Soccer intellectuals are trailing here at the Alajo AstroTurf. Match day 3 of the Women's Premier League live on Max TV. A player, Jennifer Mensah Ejei of Soccer Intellectuals, who took to the ground, is back on her feet. Police ladies with this defending to do. They've scored a goal that they wouldn't love to allow their opponent to get an equalizer to. Jacqueline Addo with that beautiful first control, but the finishing was not perfectly done. Her first touch was superb to take away the referee just when she felt she had seen a very great sight of goal. She failed to utilize it.
That would have been a lovely goal there from Jacqueline. First touch was very, very neatly done, but the second touch to put the ball at the back of the net, trying to put it at the top corner, but the accuracy let her down on that occasion.
The throw-in going the way of police ladies, the defending champions who have experienced how African football is played. In their effort to qualify for the CAF Women's Champions League, they had to participate in the WAFU Zone B competition. Sandra Alote there picks a knock, and that had to do because Mary Rose Akune left a bit of her leg on her in that challenge.
That'll be a painful one on Sandra. A late challenge there from Mary Rose. Could see that Sandra. And look here, Mary Rose. And somewhere with one of the police ladies player. Our fans are here also watching closely.
Women's football been loved by all and sundry. The supporters have in their own way turned out in order to support women's football. And this game is coming your way live here from Alajo AstroTurf. This is where it happens to be the home ground of police ladies, a security service team. I remember someone once asked me that, are these ladies actually police officers? And I was like, boss, you on the field, even if you don't behave, you can be arrested. Letitia is in the offside position once again. And I'm sure that is one key thing that Coach Abu Kassim would love to have a word with Letitia since she replaced Grace Enima. She has done quite splendid for her side since her introduction.
Exactly. She's been very, very good there, but that was very, very... Could see the offside, but Letitia was way behind before the ball even got to her. Center referee are there, they did their course and they know Maybe they can see something on the field that we don't see here.
25 minutes gone. Match day 3 of the Women's Premier League. Police Ladies hosting Soccer Intellectuals. And Police Ladies are holding on to a goal that was scored for them by Jane Eyam earlier. Free kick to Police. Felicity Aswako behind for Police Ladies. Rose Akune is the one player who was the wall before this particular free kick was effected. But that wasn't even on target. So untypical and unusual of Felicity Aswako.
We all know what Felicity Aswako can do with those long drive of hers. At this time, the accuracy let her down.
The referee loses out as Jenea pursues this, another to ensure that Police get the possession. Double referee to Felicity Aswako. Police. Margaret Japoma loses it out to Rose before Felicity ensures that sanity is restored to the defense of Police Ladies. Susie Williams here, but Police Ladies with another attempt which goes out for goal kick to Soccer Intellectuals.
Well, you see the way Police Ladies are mapping the strategy, but many a times they leave only Deborah Ifriye to have that deep playing style. But you ask that Lydia, Arthur and Ruth Appiah, where are they in the heart of the midfield? They need to drop to also make sure their team can progress from them. They've all moved on the front line, and as I said earlier on, you see Soccer Intellectuals. They are playing a high line, so you see the Police Ladies players also trying to move into their defense to see if they can just catch them on the break or even get a loose ball from them. But I feel Lydia and Ruth should also come into the midfield so they can make things easier for Deborah Ifriye in the midfield.
Jacqueline Electra, she sprints forward, sent it in. But there was that great interception there from Margaret Japoma of Police Ladies.
And that forces a corner for Soccer Intellectuals. And as I said just some seconds ago, the midfield of Police Ladies are not, the cohesiveness is not there. And that is going to be a worry if they are to concede a goal. Because that's what Soccer Intellectuals are doing now.
Sandra Alote gathers in a very beautiful manner for Police Ladies. A great corner kick which was effected there by Jennifer Mensah AJ. But then the alertness level of Sandra enabled her another to gather. And Victoria has found herself in the offside position. So the two flanks actually of Police Ladies are not timing their run to perfection so far in the last half an hour now. Another great clearance from Police Ladies. Free kick. Free kick to Soccer Intellectuals, who haven't actually scored a single goal this campaign. They've conceded as many as 6 goals. Another great save from Sandra Alote. Jennifer Mensah AJ forced that save out of Sandra Alote after she had this touch of it.
It's a good save there from Sandra, but also a good connection of header from Mary Rose. Soccer intellectuals, you look at the table and you see they've conceded 6 goals. And what we've seen here, 30 minutes played in the first half, that tells you why they are not being able to get in goals. Their finishing have been poor.
Free kick. Olivia to effect for Soccer Intellectuals. Jacqueline Addo in the heart of affairs there for Soccer Intellectuals. But Letitia gets it for Police Ladies. Letitia, and she manages to get a corner kick for Police Ladies, a set piece that they can't capitalize on.
And that's what I love about Letitia. She's always direct, times her run, and always won that 1-2 connection with Jane.
Another great save there from goalkeeper Grace Andor of Soccer Intellectuals. Double referee is sent it in once again and forces another huge save out of goalkeeper Grace Andor. That happens to be the second consecutive corner kick. And before then, referee had to halt affairs in order to ensure that there is sanity in the penalty area before this corner kick is taken. Police, but Soccer Intellectuals doing so much well in that regards to clear their lines. Margaret Japoma, Jacqueline Addo, Deborah Friye, after allowing Jacqueline Addo to intercept, she fought back to reclaim possession for Police Ladies. A captain leading by example. Jane Eyam, but then Patience Adoma clears. Police taking their time to build. Goalkeeper Grace Andor saves. But then Soccer Intellectuals have a player who is down at the moment. Patience Adoma being attended to. So that was the incident that happened before she went to the ground.
Pretty much sure it's going to be a muzzle injury there on the part of Patience Adoma. And I'm sure the medical team will check up on her and make sure she's okay.
A dead ball situation. 35 minutes gone. Police Ladies 0. Police Ladies 1. Soccer Intellectuals 0. And this is where Jane Yam put Police Ladies in the lead. And the goal that she scored happened to have been a goal of that substance so far for Police, as that is what they have held on to, with Soccer Intellectuals still halfing and puffing in order to drop parity. Victoria to Margaret Ejapoma. Margaret takes her time. Letitia, another great save. You would say that Grace Andor has actually come to the rescue of soccer intellectuals. Other than that, that would have been an avalanche of goals so far.
Yeah, that could have been the second goal for Police Ladies. This time Grace Andor reacted very well and not caused that howl as she did. That resulted in the first goal for Police Ladies.
Ruth Appiah, who did well to have found Margaret Ejapoma. Victoria could not get that possession for Police. Proud until Margaret did. Lovely interception from Olivia for soccer intellectuals who are trying to string their passes together as they continue their pursuit in getting the equalizer. A yellow card to Sylvia Abro of soccer intellectuals. And Sylvia is actually a defender. Jane Yam could not keep away from that tight, robust defense of soccer intellectuals. As we approach the 40th minute, Deborah Efriye registering her displeasure there with a decision from the center referee.
Well, I think not only the decision coming from the center referee, but the colleagues around her. She's not seeing the telepathy nature from them, and I'm sure it's just leaving her so much pressure to deal with in the midfield. Lydia Ruth should make sure they cohere themselves very well so Deborah can also make them tick. Many a times you see that they leave the pressure on Deborah.
Corner kick is swung in there for soccer intellectuals. Another set piece not utilized there by soccer intellectuals. Looking at how things have fared so far for a side like soccer intellectuals, you would say that they need to do quite a lot in order to ensure that this season the campaign turns around for good for their side. I don't think they will have to taste relegation as Faith Ladies did.
Pretty much sure from soccer intellectuals ladies. Start of this campaign has not been a good one. 2 matches, 2 losses, not any goal registered in their name. They try to string their passes right, but the finishing has been a problem to them.
Goal kick to Police Ladies. Initially there was this great header, a low one actually, by Lydia Arthur, but that header went the way of soccer intellectuals who had to come out with a strike but wasn't on target. Victoria sprouts away delightfully from her first marker but is dispossessed by the second. Deborah Efriye here to Felicity, and soccer intellectuals would take their time. Rose Ekune with that flick which was well read by Felicity Aswoko. 40 minutes gone here. It's Police Ladies 1, soccer intellectuals 0. We would say that it has actually been a game of half chances so far in the first period.
Of course, both teams have not really gotten any clear-cut chances. You see some lightning from Letitia. She's done very, very well. A good, beautiful ball there from Letitia. But then Soccer Intellectuals get it once back again.
Letitia has actually been the spark in the team of police ladies so far.
See, the spark nature from Letitia should be complemented by an attacker who is very, very fast. At this time, Letitia couldn't really keep the ball in play, goes out of play. Soccer Intellectuals will have a throw-in. I've not seen much from Deborah Friye today. I've been able to handle situations in the middle of the park for police ladies.
But you would say that she has actually also covered much of the grass as well. Virtually every field, every nook and cranny of the field, she has been there. Both defensively, in attack, in midfield, on the flanks.
The teammates of Deborah Friye, which is Ruth Lydia, I'm not really seeing them, you know, they are not really helping. And many a times you see Deborah find it difficult there.
She was actually counting on the likes of Ruth Appiah, Lydia Arthur to have come to the party. She has really done a whole lot so far in the 41 minutes here at the Alajo AstroTurf. And Ruth Appiah happens to have been one of the substitutes today that Coach Abu Kasim had to make following their defeat to Army Ladies on match day 2. Free kick. Taken by Soccer Intellectuals.
That was a long ball there. Header denied that, but Mary Rose knew what she was doing there. She knew that Felicity is not going to allow her to take that ball. She just had to have that soft nudge at the back of her.
Felicity to effect for police ladies. Sarah to Jacqueline. But police, as they've done so far in the last few minutes, have done well to defend in a very good manner. The Women's Premier League live on Max TV. Police ladies up against Soccer Intellectuals as match day 3 continues.
We have about less than 2 minutes before the first half comes to an end, and still we are yet to see any clear-cut chances from both teams.
Letitia does well to escape away delightfully. Corner kick.
Well, Letitia is giving problems on the defense of Soccer Intellectuals, particularly on Olivia, the left back for Soccer Intellectual. Letitia has brought that spark on police ladies. Now they have a corner. That's some strong defending there from Soccer Intellectuals ladies, forcing another corner.
Letitia does well to send it in. But then Soccer Intellectuals had to come up with that great defending.
Oh, you can hear the home fans chanting and shouting here that penalty, but the referee was firm there, saying that come out from the chest of the player. Police ladies have another corner.
A whole lot of tussle and puzzle happening in the final third of police, the final third of soccer intellectuals ahead of this corner kick. But then it's 4 minutes of additional time. The corner kick, it's swinging once again. Police ladies, and there's goals behind. Goal kick.
Well, I'm sure soccer intellectuals will be relieved to see that going out of play. Was pressure on pressure from police ladies.
There was actually a header, but then the header from Felicity ended up hitting her own teammate, and that had to be that moment where soccer intellectuals were saved by the bell.
Exactly. But now they have a corner, and the police ladies have some defending to do.
Having heard of football fortune is turning at any moment. That's what just happened. As police ladies who were rather on the attack had to defend this time around. Of the 4 minutes added on left for the first half to come to an end here at the Alajo AstroTurf. Appear Ruth, but Patience other markers for soccer intellectuals, which goes as far as were Olivia S, Rose Akune. She was hoping to have found the run of Jacqueline Ado, but police ladies had to do so much well in that regards, another to defend well. So this was the earlier one which was taken before Jennifer Mensah AJ cleared for soccer intellectuals in her attempt to clear. That is where the fans of police ladies felt that there was a touch of her hand to that clearance.
When you paid close attention to the clearance made by the soccer intellectual player, she also described that it came up from her chest, not the hand, as the crowd here were chanting foul ball and handball and penalty.
Olivia, but police ladies will get only for Olivia to get it once again for soccer intellectuals. Jennifer, Jacqueline doing well in that regard for soccer intellectuals. Sent it in, but who is there to clear? Or perhaps come up with a huge strike that could have allowed soccer intellectuals to drop parity. Sarah to Sylvia, whose attempt is well saved there by police ladies goalkeeper Sandra Alote.
For a second, I was thinking, what was the defense doing there?
It's all over here for the first half, as police ladies have managed to hold on to a goal that was caught for them by Jane Eyam in the early minutes. The first period having a game of chances, half chances actually for both sides, and as much as they managed to create those chances, it was only police ladies who had the ability of converting one of those chances that they created, and as such putting them in the lead for the first half. So far as the match day 3 of the Women's Premier League is concerned here at the Alajo AstroTurf. So the first half ends here. It is police ladies 1, soccer intellectuals 0.
Welcome to Gentleman Dental Clinic, where we run all dental procedures such as examination and consultation, root canal treatment, scaling and polishing, braces, teeth whitening, extraction, restoration, that is filling, teeth replacement. With this, we have the dentures, the bridges and implants. The dentures are the removable teeth replacement. The bridges and implants are permanent or non-removable. Locate our branches nationwide at Tamale, Tishigu, opposite the post office. Also at Kumasi, Abreport Junction. Techiman Magazine off the Market Road, Ofrija Central Market, adjacent the Central Police Station. Takrady, Tadisco Junction. Accra, Atomic Dam, Kwabenya Runabout, and also at Nungwa, behind the Nungwa main road station. You can call us on 059 8731 823.
Aromatizing powder, aji baby ashe. See na me koto me there wa ati shop I wa ni buy.
Me dasi, mommy aromat I wa shop anyina. Hey, Mama G, also use aromat.
Papa, spices flavor no, garlic, jene, kekedro, and other mixed spices womu, and a chicken flavor no. And one I may use it.
Now some person when you jollof, light soup, chicken, stew, and I say spaghetti Italian poa. Aromat seasoning powder. This is some way behind the demo.
Hey, Daddy.
Men noa ediane keke. For aromat noa nenye de.
FDA aje dwade nkrato ya punu.
Every morning, I wake up to this miracle sleeping soundly. But mornings weren't always this peaceful. I remember the sleepless nights, leaks that woke us both up, damp clothes and tears. And all I wanted was for my baby to be dry and comfortable. Then I discovered Flora Kids baby diaper. Its maximum absorption keeps my little one dry all night, giving us peaceful, restful sleep. And the stretchy side tapes, they make sure it's comfy even when she's on the move. Thanks to Flora Kids baby diaper, our nights are calm and our mornings are full of giggles. For bulk purchases, call Delta Paper Mail on 0243 033 033.
I had beats homeopathic clinic. Ejuma meye oni akuma yarba. Akuma yarba no dos. Ibi wo kwa osende owo cardiomegaly. Anede wako mo waka chenda wo left ventricular hypertrophy. Anem po de owo problem bi kofu pin wo fa na arrhythmia. Ni nyinara no ya akuma yarba. Baby papa oni sendo bi biare ni ho a oze akuma yarba. Oza abaha wako gen.
Uti fie yedin. Adena wot na ho ama akoma yare aka wato dem. E so utumi sori waka na uko onyuma so. Fa akoma yare no fa bedan ni ma yanwi akoma yare ne ho emma. Entine fie emma akoma yare ne nka wonto dem. Bra Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic.
Eba mo boa dodo. Meso mo boa dodo.
Looking to cut energy costs for your business? Switch to Luster Solar. With over 8 years of experience in solar energy, we've successfully completed projects for factories, hospitals, shopping malls, churches, and more across Ghana. With us, satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us +2 335 437 79090 or visit our website at www.lustersolargh.com.
Nice wig. It's my hair. Wow. I love your wig. It's my hair. Wow. Mipaway. Eye onu ankasani hair. Wow. Try the new BO16 No-Lie Hair Relaxer and thank me later.
Easy to use in just a 3-step process. It's so easy on the scalp and contains shea butter, coconut oil, and olive oil for healthy hair and scalp.
Bye. Now that's wow.
New BO16 No-Lie 3-in-1 Hair Relaxer straightens, strengthens, and protects. BO16 Express yourself.
The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Fire! Every demon stealing comfort customers out!
Amen.
You need to sow a big seed and all your customers will return.
No. Keep your money. deɛ wohia ɛyɛ blow pack new takeaway packs wei mu no ɛnkata yie nanso blow pack deɛ ɛtum yie paa aduane gu mu a ɛndwo ntɛm wobɛtumi a microwave wobɛtumi asan room asan use bio.
Sir, is that why you left me?
Ne aduane tɔmfo biara upgrade.
Me too. Blow packing so ball of them. Cindy a wo no.
Customers they run before, then she find the magic pack.
New blow pack takeaway bowl has saved my business. If your customers call me and see yes, so you're the queen.
Microwave, I'm use them again. Blow pack go make you ready.
It's halftime here from the Alajo Astro Park, and it's 1 goal to the good for the defending champions. It's been a very, very interesting first 45 minutes. Lots of action from one end of the field to the other, but of course police have showed clear intensity in terms of their build-ups. Police had to make a change when Grace Enima bumped herself off the field, and the replacement that came into the squad, Letitia, what a marvelous job she's done. Operating on the right-hand side of the police attack like nobody's business. She's created lots of chances and opportunities for Team Police and Ladies. They've been ably led by their captain Deborah Free, and she's been the commander-in-chief for the police team, issuing instructions, getting them into open positions, laying the passes as and when it has to be. And of course, it's the Golden Jane AEM who has gotten the first goal for the police in the first 45 minutes. Nana, you did indicate that police could get themselves a goal in the first 45, but that goal didn't come as early as you thought. Does that give us the impression that the opponents, soccer intellectuals, have also played their part?
Yes, they've played their part. It has been a decent 45 minutes. If you look at soccer intellectuals, they've also pressed hard. I think their finishing is the problem here. They've had some decent crosses and they've tested the police goalkeeper. But then the goal that came, you could see that they are marking Jane very well. So the goal did not come on a silver platter. They have to work for that goal. And I think they've had a decent first half.
I think they've also been supported ably by their captain. She's in the number 18 jersey for soccer intellectuals. She's also created a lot of room to maneuver. She's found herself in open spaces as and when. But again, the defense of police ladies pivoted around Felicity Esuaku has done a yeoman's job, as it were, holding on to the ball and then giving the clearances as and when it is due, and they definitely have overrun soccer intellectuals.
Yeah, well, when you have experienced players in your team, you know how to work around them, and they are just coming back from Africa, so the experience they've picked there is really working for them this afternoon. When Grace Enima was substituted, you could see that the replacer in Tiamwa, she has worked like never before. I've not seen her play. This is my first time watching her, and she has filled that place for Grace Enima, and I think police, they are doing a good job working on all angles and on all the players.
And also the Women's Premier League also gives us an opportunity to take a look at the players who hitherto may not have hit the limelight. We've been talking about the defense of police ladies, and earlier on I mentioned the stalwartness of Felicity Esuaku, but she's also been ably supported by Margaret Ejepoma, who just returned from the National Under-20 camp. So again, just as we indicated before the game, the provision of opportunities for the younger generation to play against the experienced ones seems to be bearing some fruit, not only for police ladies, but for almost all the other teams.
Yes, soccer intellectuals, they've been one of the traditional clubs with the women's football. I was saying it's they always stay in the league with either a point or two. So you could see they also have experienced players. And when you have Mabel Eshen was with Hazakes ladies, she worked under Coach Yusuf Basigri. So being on the bench for soccer intellectuals, she comes in with a lot of experience, and their manager or Bankola, Coach Dakan, is also a good coach coaching them. So I believe that the blend from the young or the youth team to the senior side is really working for the women's league. Returning from under-20 camp, and look at how she's holding back for police ladies. It tells you that they are really working, and they've put in more or energy to defend their title this year.
All right, so we've got the second 45 minutes coming up. Officials will be joining us on the field any moment from now, and they'll be ushering the two teams to come in here as well. Expectations for the second 45. Let's start off first with soccer intellectuals. Do they get back into the game? Can they get back into the game?
They can. They've rolled on to that 1-0 in the first half. All the corner kicks that came in for Police, they've defended it well. So I believe that if they are going to continue like this, then they are going to defend that one goal and they won't concede any goals in the second half. But Police, a typical Police, they want to score more goals. Their opponents are leading, they are scoring, they are just not recording 3 points, but they are recording the points with more goals. So that is what Police will be looking at least get the 3 maximum points with more goals.
3 maximum points with more goals. The way the opposite team, that is soccer intellectuals, have defended, and they've tried as much as possible to keep a watertight defense. Can they hold on?
Well, if you watch soccer intellectuals, they concede a lot in second half. So I believe that this time around they are going to hold on with their defense. Their goalkeeper, I've seen her; she has made some saves. So if she will continue like that, then I think Police, they are going to just record the 3 points with just 1 goal. But if they open up their defense like they did in the first half, then Police are going to score more goals in the second half.
All right, finally, before we head back into the game, Felicity Esuaku has not been at her utmost best, and during the halftime break I saw the medics working on that thigh of hers. We haven't seen those thunderbolts. Will they occur?
Well, it's a game, and then I think they are working with experience. So if she's in the game, she's a threat to the opponent. So they will want to, Police ladies will want to keep her in the game, at least manage her for the next 45 minutes and end the game. And maybe the medical team will come back and check on her.
It's time to get back onto the field of play for the second 45 minutes. And of course, do stay with us and enjoy the second 45, because at the end of the game, we'll be announcing the most valuable player of this game. Plus, of course, we'll take a look at the intentions of the two coaches into this game. And obviously, we'll be announcing the proud winner at the end of 90. Sit back, relax, do join us.
Welcome back once again to the Alajo AstroTurf. The first half ended quite a very pulsating manner as Police ladies managed to get the only goal that they held on to till the first period came to an end. Here they are back onto the field. How well would they be able to defend as they host soccer intellectuals on match Day 3 of the Women's Premier League? Don't forget that other games are also ongoing, but until then, there's Police ladies here who are in the lead and are hoping to hold on to it. But then, soccer intellectuals have decided to make some changes to their first team that started the game, and the substitution has sent so far Jennifer Mensah Ejei been replaced by Kamaria Yakubu. So these are the substitutions so far that have been made by soccer intellectuals. They are waiting who would be hoping to drop parity in the second half, and perhaps the home side who already have a lead would equally be anticipating to double their lead and end here as the victors of the day. But how will things turn out? Join us for the next 45 minutes. The first kick began with Police ladies making an early incursion which wasn't on target and allowing soccer intellectuals to regroup once again. Soccer intellectuals, Jane Yam for Police, in her attempt to hold on and keep possession for Police ladies, ended up leaving her autograph on Sylvia Abro.
Sylvia is a player who always fight for the ball, doing her defensive duties. Jane, on the other hand, an attacker who always would love to fight for every ball to put and bang in the goals for her team.
Ruth appears effort goes as far as where soccer intellectuals player Judith Ejewa Anderson is. Felicity to Margaret Japoma, who found her captain Deborah Efriye, but Deborah was fouled. Deborah still in pain, needing attention.
You can see what Cecilia Aqua did there. She tried to stop the tracks coming from Deborah. You can see her asking the referee that she got the ball, but in the process she brought Deborah Efriye down. Captain versus captain, Cecilia Aqua for Soccer Intellectuals and Deborah Efriye for Police Ladies.
Coach Abu Kasim having a word with Victoria Williams. He knows her capabilities. He seemed not to have seen a lot of her being able to replicate what she has done in their previous matches. Grace Ando to defend this for Soccer Intellectuals. Felicity for Police. Lashed wide.
As way off target from Felicity Siako, a player of her caliber. We know what she can do with those long drive, putting a lot of power in it, but this time too much venom behind the ball. Wasted opportunity from Felicity.
Infringement going the way of Soccer Intellectuals. Cheneyam she was very reluctant to allow that breathing space for Soccer Intellectuals. The referee had to intercept before she went back. Deborah referee here. Deborah. Christabel Boateng. And Christabel, after skipping away from her first marker, ended up running into traffic. Victoria and Pim Dakwan ladies are also playing against Northern ladies. And Pim Dakwan ladies, with the last time that I checked for their game, had already taken the lead. And Pim Dakwan ladies are actually last season's runners-up. Goal kick, 50 minutes on the clock. The Women's Premier League live on Max TV. Soccer Intellectuals up against Police Ladies. And it's match day 3. Don't forget, we have a lot of matches to be played before the season comes to an end next year. Double referee for Police. Police taking their time. Jane Yam back to her captain, double referee. And Jane Yam, after failing to find her target in the first attempt, did well to try and then complete the job before she was fouled.
You can see Deborah there. She knew that the pass that she hit to Jane was not an accurate one, but credit to Jane. She had to fight for the ball and win a free kick for Police Ladies.
Soccer intellectuals doing well in that regards to clear their lines, only for Police to have Victoria sending it in once again. Victoria and Police would allow Sylvia to clear for Soccer intellectuals. Jacqueline Addo on the ascendancy here. That's what, finding Rosa Kune with Soccer intellectuals trying to get their equalizer, only for Felicity Aswoko to come out with that great interception to ensure that the lead of Police Ladies is well protected.
Well, that was a great cross there from Jacqueline. Talk about timely intervention there from Felicity. Well timed there with her defensive duties. That could have been the equalizer for Soccer Intellectuals. Soccer Intellectuals in the second half seems they are probing. But the question for them is how they can turn their probing nature into a goal.
Victoria Williams with that robust challenge that the referee said. I saw what you did there. Free kick to Soccer Intellectuals, Sandra Alote. So that was the earlier one where Jacqueline Addo found her teammate Rose, who after the first touch allowed Felicity Aswoko to get the better side of her and came up with that very incredible clearance. It only takes players with great expertise when it comes to such situations to have done that. She could have easily caused a penalty.
Yeah.
A struck. It's also on target, but well saved by Sandra Alote for Police Ladies.
Yeah, that was a decent strike there from Lodina, but didn't have that power to work Sandra Alote. Easy task to deal with from Sandra.
Soccer Intellectuals creeping forward here. Another shot on target. This time around finds the head of Mary Rose once again, who was in an offside position.
Well, you see Jacqueline and Mary Rose. This is the second time we've seen that Jacqueline finds Mary Rose at a far side. But this time, Mary Rose was in an offside position when the ball met her. This is something Police Ladies defense needs to be careful of. Soccer Intellectuals are probing and they are asking questions on our defense, and they need to be careful of that.
Victoria for Police turns and clears. Sylvia to Inusa, but Police will get this to themselves. Jane Ayam here. Goal kick.
That was a timely reading there from the defense of Soccer Intellectual. Olivia with a good reading there. Jane would have pounced on that, and that could have been a second goal for Police Ladies if Olivia didn't get there quickly to intercept that.
Route appear for Police Ladies, but then Margaret Japoma will get it and send it to Victoria, who sprints forward. She went to the ground. Her coach raises his hand, and that was actually a non-verbal communication, which really spoke a lot of volumes. He expected at least that infringement going the way of Police Ladies, but referee said that was a fair challenge actually. The Police Ladies with another long one in, of which Grace Ando comes out and grabs for Soccer Intellectuals, who were hoping to have launched an attack that has been well neutralized by the effort of Victoria.
Victoria is doing well with her defensive duties. Seems she has been dropped to the left wing back position. We've not seen much of her surging runs up front as she did in the first half.
Letitia for Police Ladies, but her pass could not find the feet of Ruth Appiah, and that means Police would have to regroup again and search forward. Christabel Boateng there was hoping to have gone past Patience Adoma, but it wasn't fruitful.
Christabel was trying to skip away past her marker, but good reading and good defense there from Soccer Intellectuals.
Lovely back flick there from Appiah Ruth. Police with Letitia lurking around. Another strike which had no purpose from Police Ladies.
They need to keep it accurate enough. They're just leading up a goal, and an equalizer from Soccer Intellectuals will not do them good.
Jennifer, but that Police would clear. As you approach the hour mark here, Appiah Ruth for Police Ladies. Soccer Intellectuals are yet to score a goal this season. Will that jinx be broken perhaps in this game? They have the next 30 minutes to do that. Deborah Fia with a long one in. Manages to find Christabel Boateng, who sprouts away in a beautiful manner, sends in another beautiful crossing, of which goalkeeper Grace Ando could not grab at once again. And Jane thought she could have done what she did earlier in the first half. That has given Police Ladies the lead.
That could have been the second howler. We'll see Grace getting the ball to Jane. But I think Police Ladies should be doing much of these. Put in a lot of crosses, as you've seen that Grace find it difficult to deal with it in the first attempt. A good teasing cross there coming from Christabel, looking to find Jane, but Grace reacted, and in the first attempt, see, she was a bit shaky there. Scrappy nature from Grace. Similar one happened to see Police Ladies getting that.
So Esther Boache has actually come in to replace Appiah Ruth, who for once in rare circumstances had a starting berth. And referee and coach Abu Kasim haven't realized that she has actually contributed her quota to this game, thought it wise to replace her with Esther Boache.
I think that's a tactical substitution coming from Abu Kasim. Not really seen much from Ruth up here. The cohesiveness in the middle for police ladies. Introducing Esther Boache could do them good. That could allow Deborah Friye to have that telepathy nature in terms of having that build-up from the midfield to locate and have that progressive nature to locate the attacking players of police ladies. You all know what Esther Boache can contribute to the police ladies team.
So for Alajo AstroTurf, every building, especially a story building, is a good stand for the fans. And that's why we have these fans who have found their own shelter here and are watching on, rooting for their team, police ladies, to win the game. Victoria here has to clear for police. Goat kick.
Felicity Suako, player down for police ladies. There was some run there from soccer intellectuals, and could see that Felicity went in there to give that challenge, but
goal kick to police ladies. But before then, Felicity Asoko would have to be treated for police ladies before she can continue with the game for her side. She has been a very solid and a great player defensively for police ladies, and police haven't lost already. Grace Enima to injury, I doubt will be willing to lose Felicity, who does so much well defensively for them.
some good defending there from police ladies. There's going to be a corner for soccer intellectuals. So I said earlier on, just a goal is not enough for police ladies. Soccer intellectuals are probing.
Sylvia sent it in for soccer intellectuals. A free header which wasn't on target.
Should have done better on that occasion. Soccer intellectuals ladies player had a free header there. Should have squeezed that one past the goalkeeper, Cecilia Aqua. Should have done better on that occasion.
Jane Jane runs into traffic there, ended up clashing with Olivia of soccer intellectuals.
Olivia might be in some pain there. Just hoping the medical team will make sure she's okay. And Jane also wincing in pain there. You can see some spectators also here watching closely.
So that means the technical team would have the chance to have few words with their players. Things that they have said did not work well, things that they think they can make comments and corrections to. That is where the message is being sent to, that they need to do so much well. Everywhere you look, there are quite a handful of fans here at the Alajo AstroTurf. And it would interest you to know that they are witnessing women's football in so much delight. Tells you the acceptability level and the mileage the women's football have in recent years enjoyed. A free kick to Police as Felicity stands behind, hoping to come up with a very clinical drive. Goalkeeper splits the ball once again. She has had the same problem, which happens to have been very persistent. That is what resulted in Police ladies getting their first goal.
Well, that was offside there, and assistant referee player Kamaria Yakubu was way too offside there. Cristobal trying to battle it out with the defense of Soccer Intellectual. The referee spotted that infringement, and Cristobal is not happy with the decision from the center referee.
Sylvia having to have had that hassle there with Mary Rose to Kamaria, who sent it in. Letitia here with the chase. That's well to get it for Police, but it goes behind for throwing, going the way of Soccer Intellectuals. A swift one is taken by Soccer Intellectuals, who will take their time and try and then strike. But that attempt is well blocked. Cristobal Boite through in. Double referee. Back to Cristobal. Takes her time, controls it. Police here. But Patience Adoma would clear for Soccer Intellectuals, which goes as far as where Margaret Japan is. Beautiful footwork there from Police ladies. Letitia does well, finds her teammate who sends it in. Police with a shot which is just a whisker away. That could have given Jane a yonder double.
That should have been a second goal from Jane, but good play there from Police ladies. Got that cross.
She was unmarked.
She couldn't really direct her header there. That could have been a second goal for Police ladies. Good footwork there. A lovely cross there. Unmarked Jane couldn't find the back of the net. Lacked that accuracy she was searching for.
You would say that for the second period, the transitions to attack by both teams have been a bit encouraging as compared to the first half. Victoria Williams goes into the boots of the center referee. That means she has the next 20 minutes to tread cautiously and ensure that her team do not have a deficit in terms of the numbers of players for the rest of the game.
That's going to be a task that she needs to comport herself. Victoria being deployed at the left wing back position, as our Police ladies have a defending to do. Free kick being swung in from Soccer Intellectuals. Header being connected there, but referee spots that infringement. So that handball situation on the Soccer Intellectual player. That is going to be a free kick for Police ladies. They'll be very relieved to see that decision coming from the center referee.
Grace Ando 70 minutes on the clock, 20 more minutes to go. And police ladies are still holding on to a goal that was caught for them by their striker for the day, Jane Ayam. A throw in that would endure to the benefit of soccer intellectuals, and they would fancy a long one. Felicity had to be at the right spot for police.
Felicity Esiako, she's done very, very well partnering Margaret Ejapoma and Jantine. They've been very sound with their defensive duties for police ladies.
The Women's Premier League has resumed for this season, precisely the 2024-2025 season. Jacqueline Addo brought down soccer intellectuals are yet to score a goal this season. I am sure if they should get a goal and even end up losing the game, their coach would be happy that at least they've started scoring for this season. It's always a very disheartening situation for a coach if your team is unable to score a goal. Goals actually determine your fate in matches.
Soccer intellectuals, they'll be very much happy to see if they can get something out of the defense of police ladies. But I'm a bit of surprise here that police ladies have not really put a lot of pressure on the defense of soccer intellectuals. Had quite a number of crosses being made. But then again, look at the finishing of the attackers of police ladies. Should be accurate enough. Jane Ayaya. Jane got some chances, but not too much enough for police ladies. It's just one goal. Soccer intellectuals are very poor with their attacking threat. And that sums it up that they have not even registered a goal in this Women's Premier League campaign. It's early days yet, but you need to start good in the early moments.
So, police ladies here. Corner kick. An attempt to clear to safety rather resulted in an advantage for the away team.
Defensive errors we've seen from police ladies' side, not a good one, and I'm sure the technical team will work on that.
Corner kick taken. Goalkeeper comes out. A tussle in the penalty area, of which Rosa Kune sent it back to Sylvia, who was fouled.
Yeah, that was a late challenge there on the soccer intellectual player, and the assistant referee was spot on there. Soccer intellectuals wins a free kick.
Goalkeeper Sandra Alote has gotten to the ground, and that is why we have seen the medical team of police ladies rushing onto the field to attend to her.
Sure.
Looking at the time left, all fans, especially of the home side, would be coaches in their own way. Any means possible to ensure that the team ends the day with the 3 points.
I'm sure Sandra was overstretched there, but here is Emmanuel Selassie head coach for Soccer Intellectual, having some pep talk there on our captain of Soccer Intellectuals, which is Cecilia Aqua, and also Sylvia. You can see some young ones also here enjoying the game. Sandra is up and have some defending to do.
Well, the initial decision has actually been rescinded by the referee, and this time around is going to be a throw-in, of which Soccer Intellectuals had to the advantage. Jane Yam to Christabel Boate, who was hoping to have found her captain Deborah Friye. But because that pass was not well directed, Soccer Intellectuals had that possession to themselves. Soccer Intellectuals with a shot which is on target, but goalkeeper Sandra Alote comes to the rescue of Police Ladies once again.
Lodina with that low drive there. Sandra covered that one up, forcing a corner. Soccer Intellectuals see what they can do with this corner.
Soccer Intellectuals, but it's a poor effort there from that corner kick of Soccer Intellectuals.
That's a poor one there from Lodina. She had that chance there, couldn't make that one count. And from the corner kick, poor attempt. That sums it up that they've not been able to register any goal, and I'm sure their technical team will do everything possible to work on their finishing. That is a problem for Soccer Intellectuals team.
As we approach the 80th minute, we are yet to get a goal in the second period. Police Ladies continue their dominance in a very unabated manner. They are yet to convert those possessions into goals. Jane Ayam. Police, Letitia, but that attempt met the legs of Soccer Intellectuals. Olivia. So that means that Police will lose out on that possession for Soccer Intellectuals to continue and try and see if they can drop parity here. At least in the last few minutes, they've managed to string their passes in a very positive and great manner. Their coach is so much unhappy, understandably so. Every coach will love to see his team win and not lose matches.
The coach, Emmanuel, of Soccer Intellectuals, have seen that the players are trying to string their passes, but many a times they do it too much. They need to be direct. That was a good interception there from the defense of Police Ladies. They couldn't keep that in play.
80 minutes. Police Ladies 1, Soccer Intellectuals 0. 10 minutes for Police to double their lead, and 10 minutes on the other hand for Soccer Intellectuals to seek redemption. The possible best they can do is to at least have a decent result, which is a draw. But with the way they haven't been very direct and purposeful up front, that is where you would say that this is going to be more than a Herculean task.
It's going to be difficult for them, looking at the way they play. Not being very potent enough up front. Not caused any dangerous attack there, but there they come.
Kamaria could not go past Victoria Williams of Police Ladies.
Just as I thought that soccer intellectuals can do something with this, and look, she couldn't keep her composure and her balance. Kamaria Yakubu, soccer intellectuals.
And referee has gone to the fourth official.
There's been a communication there from the center referee and the assistant, notifying that Kamaria Yakubu should go out. The proper proceedings will be done. She's now been introduced to the pitch.
Kamaria for soccer intellectuals, who has a huge task there to spray away from two great players of Police Ladies.
Or soccer intellectuals, they are fighting for every ball, but the most important thing is to get the goal. There you can see Manuel Selassie, not a happy man.
Victoria clears for Police Ladies, which goes as far as where Christabel Boateng is captain, double referee, to Jane Ayam, who was in an offside position according to the officials.
Well, that was some good build up there from that was very, very tight there. Not even in the offside position, and that's why you can see the displeasure from Jane. Assistant referee should be doing quite better on that occasion.
Jacqueline Addo getting a free kick at a very presentable area for soccer intellectuals.
You could see that tangling going on there. Jacqueline has been a player that has been forceful for Team Soccer Intellectual. Free kick in a place where being hit and the accuracy on point. Could see a goal coming from Soccer Intellectuals. Police Ladies have some defending to do.
With having not scored a goal for the whole season so far since it commenced, getting one here from the spot for Soccer Intellectuals would be well celebrated, but unfortunately it wasn't on target.
Sarah Eisen couldn't keep that on target for Soccer Intellectuals. These are moments where you find it difficult to have a goal and outplay. Sarah should have done better for Soccer Intellectuals.
Looking at the minutes left, that means Police Ladies will have to go for that cautious approach where they will have to stay in the game and ensure that they do not concede at this crucial moment. A narrow lead can't be guaranteed in modern day football, especially when goals can be scored in milliseconds. Soccer Intellectuals, but Victoria, that's ball to clear for Police Ladies. Jane Ayam was so aggressive in that pursuit. She just thought that she could have gotten that ball.
Well, you see that Soccer Intellectuals are probing, sending in long balls. They have seen something from the defense of Police Ladies, and they are looking to capitalize on that.
Jacqueline Ado fouled once again. She has been a very, very tough player to be handled by the defenders of Police Ladies.
She's been very good for Team Soccer Intellectuals. Very, very quick. Knows how to hold on ball and draw fouls for her team. She skipped past Felicity, and Felicity, knowing how defensive sound she is, she knew Jacqueline, if she was not brought down, can hurt them. It's time, free kick. Let's see if Soccer Intellectuals can make this one count.
Sylvia will love to take this free kick for Soccer Intellectuals. It's directed on target, but such efforts are not the sort that troubles a goalkeeper like Sandra Alote.
Obviously, this is not a ball that is going to trouble Sandra. But as I was saying, that could have been the second howler we were seeing from Grace. Last time it seems Grace find it difficult dealing with long balls. She cannot really react very well. Every time Police Ladies send in long balls, I'm sure this is something that the goalkeeper's trainer of Soccer Intellectual should be noting down.
88 minutes gone, 2 minutes more plus additional time, but I've seen Soccer Intellectuals with array of substitutes. Jane Eyam, the free kick has been awarded. Two players from both sides needing treatment. And I'm sure this is the moment that both teams would also have the chance to introduce their array of substitutes who are waiting to take their turns and augment the efforts of their respective players on the field already. The go-ahead from the referee means that the substitution can take place. And those are countenances of nervy moment for these fans who would love to see their team Police Ladies hold on to that lead till the final whistle. Substitutions being effected by both sides. A defeat in this game would mean that once again Soccer Intellectuals would have to wait for match day 4. So far Mabena Ejakwa is now being introduced. So far Mabena Ejakwa is also another very dependable defender of Police Ladies. Captain Deborah Efrie has equally been substituted. And looking at the players that have been introduced now by the Police Ladies technical team, it tells you that the coach Abu Kasim will love to defend his lead. 90 minutes is up. We are playing 4 minutes of additional time before referee blows a whistle for the final proceedings to come to an end here at the Alajo AstroTurf. Free kick not well taken by Police Ladies.
Not a well-taken free kick there from Sophia. Pick their spot, but the direction of the ball is not a good one. Introduction of fresh limbs for police ladies. Definitely going to be a defensive setup. They should be able to defend their 1-goal lead.
Police here with a chance to get another goal. Anywhere would do at the moment for police ladies, so far as it doesn't come anywhere closer to their penalty area.
That's what they need to do. Critical moments we are having here on the field, and then lose error. You saw that?
Mabuna Ejakwa there. And she actually happens to have been that, I would say, suitable parent with Felicity Aswako for police ladies, mostly in previous seasons. And their parents have always seen police ladies not conceding in matches.
The partnership is good. Their pairing is very good there too. Absolutely solid defending there from the two pairs. Centre back for police ladies. And now 4 additional minutes. We've done about 2 minutes. Still time for soccer intellectuals to equalize, and it's also time for police ladies to defend their 1-0 goal lead that they've had on soccer intellectuals. Goal came up in the first half. They're still holding on to that.
A minute left for soccer intellectuals to rewrite their story for the season. Christabel to Jane Ayam, who finds Letitia. But then Patience Adoma with Claire for soccer intellectuals. Victoria with a long one before Felicity feathered it away. "20 seconds left. Christabel wins that ball for police, creeps forward. Before she was halted there, her run was halted by Idusa. Victoria sent it back in for police ladies. And Deborah Efriye has been adjudged as the MVP of this game. Deborah Efriye is the captain of police ladies. The 4 minutes is up. I've seen the referee looking at her clock. And that means proceedings can come to a halt at any given moment now. It's all over here at the Alajo AstroTurf. Police ladies who scored the first goal in the first period managed to do their corrections well by managing the game in the second half. Although soccer intellectuals were a bit more quick and swift in their second period, hoping to have had that equalizer in the second period, things could not turn the way that they wanted. And that means that the narrative of not being able to have scored a single goal so far after 3 games continues for soccer intellectuals who need to go back and do things right. But until then, it means police ladies have recorded their second victory of the season. It ends here at the Alajo AstroTurf. Police ladies 1, soccer intellectuals 0. Thanks so much for joining us for this game. to double their lead and end here as the victors of the day. But how will things turn out? Join us for the next 45 minutes. The first candidate, Ejewa Anderson S. Felicity to Margaret Japoma. Attention.
You can see what Cecilia Aqua did there. She tried to stop the tracks coming from Deborah.
Felicity for police. Lashed wide. Outie.
Yeah.
It's track. It's also on target, but for police ladies.
And that was a decent strike there from Lodina, but didn't have that power to.
Soccer intellectuals creeping forward here. Another shot on target. This time around finds the head of Mary Rose.
And Mary Rose, this is the second time we've seen that Jacqueline finds Mary Rose at a far side. But this time, Mary
in manages to find Christabel Boateng, who sprouts away in a beautiful manner, sensing another beautiful crossing, of which goalkeeper Grace has given police ladies the lead.
That could have been the second howler. We'll see Grace.
That's well. Finds her teammate who sends it in. Police with a shot which is just a whisk.
That should have been a second goal from Jane, but good play there from police ladies. Got that cross.
She was unmarked.
She couldn't really direct her header there. That could have been a second goal for police ladies. Good footwork there. A lovely cross there. Unmarked Jane couldn't find the back of the net. Lacked that accuracy she was searching for.
All right, it's all over here at the Alajo Astro Turf, and of course we've witnessed a very good game. The champions indeed showing why they have their intentions to defend the trophy. 1 goal to the good against Soccer Intellectuals. It was a difficult game. Soccer Intellectuals could easily have come back into the game but missed a couple of chances. Coach has just joined me. Let's find out exactly what happened. Coach, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time. Was it that the team lacked the experience? Because you created the chances. Why didn't they score?
Yeah, sure. I would say that our team will lack experience because most of them are young players. They are now upcoming players. So we didn't start well this season. So we say we'll go back still and do our homework and come back stronger.
But from what you're saying, does it also mean that when given the time, they can match up to the big teams?
Sure. For that one is sure. That's why I'm saying we are going back and do homework and come back stronger. I think our fourth match, we are not going to afford to lose it.
Okay. We wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was the head coach of Soccer Intellectuals, also explaining that yes, they need that exposure, but given time, the team will build into a very good team. Indeed, we did see some snippets of brilliance in the team. But the head coach of the winning team, Police Ladies, and defending champions, I should say, join me. Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations. You have picked up 3 valuable points. Were you motivated by the fact that yesterday you picked up an award at the Swag Night?
Yeah, it is all in it. It was difficult. We had a very difficult last week, against our rivals, Army.
Yeah.
We got beaten. Incidentally, we played better in that game as compared to this one. But then if you look at the history between intellectuals and police ladies, every game between these two is always like this. It's not a report of form. They'll come here and then beat us.
Yeah.
We'll go there and beat them. It's like that. So I'm very happy that we got the 3 points.
Okay. I remember when I had a chat with you after the game against Ghana Army, you did indicate that some of your key players were not really up to it. Did they play a difference in this?
Of course. You could see the two of the most, intense, performance today. Deborah, the captain, and then the Jane, the one who scored the goal.
Yeah.
Deborah MVP. of the match, you could see what I said was right.
Sure.
You know, but I was looking for a complete total team play. That was not there today.
Well, definitely, I'm sure that it will come. But looking forward to the subsequent matches, has Police bounced back to winning ways?
We lost our only match.
Yeah.
We are going to win all the matches.
They're going to win all the matches.
All the matches.
The plan to defend the title, is it still on course?
On course. Very much on course.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a head coach of Police Ladies letting us in on the fact that, yes, they still have their eye on the prize as they go forward. Let's now have a chat with the most valuable player. Arguably, she needs no introduction. She's been there, she's done that, played to the very, very top level when it comes to women football in Ghana. And Debbie, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
How difficult was this match?
It was very, very, very difficult. You see how they were defending. It was very, very difficult for us.
Will you say that so far, this is just match day 3, this is the most difficult game you've played?
No, we have many matches in front of us, so I can't tell, say, this one is very difficult.
But comparing this one to, for example, the Ghana Army game?
Oh, this one is very difficult than the Army one. Because the way they were defending, you can't pass through. So I think this one is very difficult for the Army one.
Okay. You have led this team by example as the captain. What motivation has gone into this match? You ended up as the most valuable player, and everybody here saw your brilliance today. How will this help you as captain to motivate your colleagues as you go forward?
As a captain, if the team is down, I have to motivate my players to do well. So the motivation is there from the coaches to me and to the players. I thought the motivation is very good.
I see. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to more exciting scenes from you.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. Okay, so that was the most valuable player for this game and captain for Police Ladies, Deborah Efriye. Good game it has been, Nanajua. Let's wrap up quickly. And again, the intensity was there in the second half. Both coach and captain and MVP have declared that, yes, this was a difficult game for them. Do you agree?
Yes, I was expecting them to score more in the second half, looking at the fact that the game was open from Soccer Intellectuals' defense. They tried, they pushed, they created the chances, but they couldn't take advantage of those chances that came their way. So I think they will come back stronger with these 3 points. Police, I believe that I heard their coach saying that the title defense is still on course, so they are going to put in more work to defend the title successfully, and maybe this is how they want to celebrate the award they had last Saturday.
Well, it was a very good award in terms of the presentation, the award itself, and the pedigree and the class as well. Club of the season. Of course, they conquered every team that came their way, minus losing just one game. But it's all done and dusted here. Thank you very much for joining us. But there's still more to share with you when it comes to the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Let's look forward to match day 4. We've got interesting pairings to share with you on TV. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that we will all be alive to see the next set of matches. Nanajwa has been with me as always on the pitch side. And on behalf of the entire crew that brought you this game, we say thank you very much for giving us your time. There's more to come in the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Until then, it's bye for now.
To double their lead and end here as the victors of the day. But how will things turn out? Join us for the next 45 minutes. The first candidate, Ejewa Anderson S. Felicity to Margaret Japoma. Attention.
You can see what Cecilia Aqua did there. She tried to stop the tracks coming from Deborah.
Felicity for Police. Lashed wide. Outie.
Yeah.
A struck It's also on target, but for police ladies.
And that was a decent strike there from Lodina, but didn't have that power to.
Soccer intellectuals creeping forward here. Another shot on target. This time around finds the head of Mary Rose.
And Mary Rose, this is the second time we've seen that Jacqueline finds Mary Rose at the far side. But this time, Mary
manages to find Christabel Boateng, who sprouts away in a beautiful manner, sensing another beautiful crossing, of which goalkeeper Grace has given police ladies the lead.
That could have been the second howler. We'll see Grace. Police ladies should be doing much of these. Put in a lot of crosses, as you've seen that Grace find is deep.
Happens to have been very persistent. That is what resulted. That is what resulted in the first goal.
Well, that was offside there.
That's well. Finds her teammate who sends it in. Police with a shot which is just a whisk.
That should have been a second goal from Jane, but good play there from police ladies. Got that cross.
She was unmarked.
She couldn't really direct her header there. That could have been a second goal for police ladies. Good footwork there. A lovely cross there. Unmarked Jane couldn't find the back of the net. Lacked that accuracy she was searching for.
You would say that for the second period, the transitions to attack the sport for soccer intellectuals would be well celebrated. But
that on target for soccer intellectuals. These are moments where you find it difficult to have a goal.
And that means proceedings can come to a halt at any given moment now. It's all over here at the